Most people don't know that you can go skiing in China, but it's really starting to take off. Over the next half hour, I'll be taking you on a trip around China, experiencing its best ski areas. I'm on the sleeper train heading into northeast China. With its colder climate and more natural snowfall, it's where most of China's largest ski areas are located. I finally made it. I'm here, Beijing Ski Resort. It's a beautiful day, sunny. There's a bit of fresh snow yesterday afternoon. So, let's go skiing. China's ski industry is only just over 10 years old, and although it isn't as developed as that of Western countries, it is progressing rapidly. Beijing Ski Resort is currently gearing up to hold the 2007 Asia Winter Games. It's pretty exciting. There's lots of skiers here from about 20 Asian countries. Best skiers from around Asia are here and currently practicing and getting ready for the games, which will start in about 2 weeks. It's pretty cool being here when the athletes are here training for the Winter Games. Right behind me, they're practicing for the jumping events. This is the Chinese team here. They're like gymnasts on skis, flying into the air.
Hello, my name is 刘蕊，中国滑雪运动员，高山滑雪，欢迎各国的朋友上北大湖来滑雪。
This is number 9. It's a black slope, pretty tricky. Some parts of it are a bit steep. These guys are just bombing down here. I think these must be some of the athletes training, you know. These aren't just normal everyday skiers. They're absolutely flying down here. Excellent. Good stuff. Here comes another one. China has some of the cheapest ski accommodation in the world. About 500 metres from the slopes, you can stay for less than $5 a night. This is my room. It's kind of rudimentary, but the best thing about it is it does have underfloor heating. So the whole room gets nice and warm. When you hop into bed, it's already heated up through the covers, so it's really good. Continuing north, I have to pass through Harbin to get to the next ski resort. Looking at some of the architecture, you could easily believe that you're in Russia, which is just across the border to the north and east. One thing that you have to see is the Harbin Ice Festival. This is what the sculptures look like lit up at night. It's amazing stuff. They're very beautiful. There are teams from all over the world come here for a competition, and they award prizes for the best ice carving sculptures. There's an increasing number of small ski areas around Harbin, catering to tourists who come north to experience ice and snow. One of these is Shan, which is located within a scenic reserve that focuses on Two Dragon Lake. The lake freezes over in winter, so you can walk out over it. There are some people ice fishing over here. They dig a series of holes in the ice, and then using the tractor, I think they drag the net through. The resort mainly caters to beginners. There are a couple of short intermediate runs, but they don't offer enough to keep an advanced skier entertained for very long. For advanced skiers, you're going to want to come with me to Yabuli. The bus from Shan has dropped me off at the side of the highway, and they pointed over that way. They said Yabuli's over there, so I'm going to see if I can try and get there. Only -10 or something, so I won't freeze to death. Yabuli was opened to the public in 1996, making it China's oldest ski resort, and it also claims to be China's best. If you read all the blurb about Yabuli and check out the brochures, and then actually see what it's like here, you'll probably be a bit disappointed. Of the advertised 20 kilometres of ski runs, only about 5 kilometres are open, and the conditions aren't great. There's one old chairlift, and it goes slow enough to let you know that you're not far from Siberia. It does have the longest run in China, nearly 3 kilometres long, and it's pretty good most of the way. It's a good ski run. It's also got a couple of steeper runs, and if you come here not expecting too much, you'll have a good time. Beijing has more than 10 ski areas within a couple of hours' drive, and with the popularity of skiing rapidly increasing, more resorts are opening all the time. Wanlongbayi is China's newest ski resort. It's only been open 1 month and everything's brand new. There's 1 beginner slope, 3 intermediate slopes and 1 advanced slope. One of the things that makes this resort popular is that it's very close to Beijing. It's about 20 kilometres or half an hour by car.
我觉着，在星期1到星期5啊，大家都可以工作之余，晚上可以来这里滑雪，非常好的。
The unique thing about this resort is that it's open 24 hours. At night, they turn on the floodlights, so after a day's work or sightseeing or after a few beers even, you can go for a ski or snowboard. Nanshan is one of Beijing's bigger ski resorts. It's got nice wide slopes and the snow is very good. It's nice here.
If you're a snowboarder, what's great about it is like they have the Nokia Park. It's done by this Austrian guy who's been here for the last 5 years. So every year what's really cool is that he makes it bigger and bigger and more fun. It's very exciting. It's one of the best one. Actually, it is the best one in China right now. Today, unfortunately, we're not that lucky. It's very windy. So instead of hitting the big jumps, we're going to just do the small ones.
The best thing about Nanshan is the snowboard park.
Check it out. Listen to me.
如果聽日就係世界末日，你嘅生命聽日就會消失。你會諗到啲乜？你同死神1對1，一日時間夠唔夠你領悟生命本質？你嘅生活充滿憎恨，你對他人充滿怨恨，你成日抱怨話呢個世界天昏地暗，生命終結嗰一刻，你係咪好唔甘心？
It's still falling.
Is it tricky to learn?
At the beginning, yeah, you fall a lot of times.
Okay.
Today is the emptiest I've ever seen it. And it's usually beginners will fall and you're having to weave in between them and like you have to wait 20 minutes for a chairlift. No, we don't like coming on the weekends.
Where are you from?
California. I live in Beijing now. I've been snowboarding for 20 years. Nanshan is a fun ski area. The snowboard park is as good as what you'd find in the U.S., which is why I come. The weekends have very long lines, very short runs. However, I keep coming back for more.
This is the most fun I've had on the trip so far. It's great joining up with a group of people, doing some snowboarding. Did my first jumps. I think I'm just going to snowboard from now on. When you come to Beijing, you have to try Beijing duck. Luckily, I have my guide with me to explain how to eat Beijing duck properly. Right? Alright, you can eat it now? Mmm. Delicious. Good stuff. There are other types of food apart from Beijing duck. Alright, I think I gotta try this once. I'm not sure if it's gonna taste any good, but let's see how it goes. It's alright, it's not bad actually. We're joining up with another group. Today we're going to Xijinglong. This is quite a big group of people, about 40 people, and it's really cheap doing it this way. It costs just 120 yuan for the bus and to go skiing all day. Any ski resort you go to in Beijing, first thing you've got to do is try and get past the security guard. Xijinglong was opened in 1999, making it Beijing's oldest ski resort. It takes about an hour to get here from the city. It's beautiful around here. The scenery, these mountains are picturesque. Beautiful day for doing some snowboarding. Which is your favourite place in Beijing to ski?
I suppose this is the one. I've only been to 3, and this is the one. In terms of run, it's longer.
I think it's the longest one, yeah?
This is the longest one, and south facing as well.
It's nice, you get the sunshine, yeah?
Absolutely.
I love snowboarding. I want to snowboarding in China, but here in China, it's too small. I think it would be boring after 5 or 10 times the same slope. Mm-hmm. So that's why I decided to make snow park. Yeah. And today it's cool because we have French friend, who work with us.
The big kick 2 days ago, the first time in China. It's very good for your heart. You have lots of sensation, adrenaline.
I started 10 years ago. Which tricks? I can do 360.
create our entreprise in China to try to improve the snowboarding market by creating the snow park.
I had a great day here. I'd love to stay longer, but we've got to go look at some other ski areas around Beijing. Another day, another ski resort. We just got our first glimpse of this one. What's it called? What's the name? Jindushan. Jindushan.
那么滑雪在中国呢是一个刚刚兴起的项目，我觉得滑雪将来在中国是有很大的一个发展潜力，所以做这个雪场。宗教、国籍，它是没有，大家只有全世界的人会爱滑雪的人呢，会有一个共同的爱好，就是 ski。
This is the longest steep slope near Beijing. The steep section's about half a kilometre long. The snow is nice and deep. It's good fun. I think this is the best slope so far around Beijing.
The run was a little bit bumpy towards the top, but as soon as you got around the corner and hit the foreline, it was really good. Really good day skiing. Enjoyed it.
I've had a great day here at Jindushan. It's a great place for beginners, and there's a couple of intermediate slopes where you can take the next step up. But what I like the most is this nice, long, steep run. This is the first time I've been on a snowboard on something that steep, and yeah, I loved it. It's excellent. It's a good place to come ski. If you want to take a day off from skiing, Beijing has a wealth of historic sites, and I'm sure you recognise this guy. I'm at Huaibei today. It's about an hour from Beijing, and a section of the Great Wall runs right past here. The best thing about Huaibei is its location. You can see the Great Wall snaking its way down one mountain and winding its way up another. The only drawback is that on the weekends it does get crowded.
当然了，我们随着滑雪的升温，大家可以看到这么多的人，这已经搁不下了。我们当然要开新的雪道，但是恐怕要等到2009年了。
The skiing here is different as we have in France, but it's a future market very important. So that's why I'm here, because we think that in the future we can make a very big result here. A lot of slopes can be built in this area. All the results in Beijing are about the same. There are many slopes for beginners. After there is one slope for really good skiers, but skiing is a lot of technique before you can enjoy to ski over there.
It's a great view from the top of the chairlift. China is the only place where you can go skiing and look at the Great Wall. Leaving Beijing behind, we're now heading east towards Wanlong. Wanlong's about 4 hours drive from Beijing. It's a slightly larger ski area and is often used by members of the Chinese ski team for training. It's looking good so far. On the way in, we could see the ski slopes and they look nice, like nice long runs. The sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. It's a bit cold, but it's good for skiing. There are 3 main runs here, and they're each about 2 kilometres long. They're of an intermediate level. One's a bit shallower, and it winds around for longer. This is one of the steeper ones here. They're good runs. They're wide enough and steep enough. So it's good to come to Wanlong. You could do it as a weekend trip. It's 4 hours, doesn't take that long to get here. And it's got a nice hotel, it's got good restaurants, there's a little cafe up the top here. Wanlong is probably the best place I've been to in China. Yeah, it's got more runs that you can actually go skiing on. It's got more open runs. There's probably about 7 kilometres here of runs, and it's good, it's really nice. I had a great time. Well, we made it to the top of the cable car and then a short bus ride to this resort area. There's a lot of big hotels here. I think the resort's geared up to like snow tourism rather than skiing. At the moment, it's not looking promising. This is a scenic reserve, yeah. It's not a nature reserve, so they have a slightly different philosophy. In a scenic reserve, they encourage the children to shoot animals, whereas in a nature reserve, you think they might encourage a philosophy of conservation. There's a second cable car that goes up from the resort area, and it goes up pretty high. It's beautiful scenery on the way up here. Walk along this ridge through these fir trees and bamboo trees. There are little squirrels running around. It's quite unique scenery here. It's really nice to come for a walk up here. Probably you'll have a better time coming up here and doing the walk than you would do doing the skiing. This is the intermediate slope. It's 2 kilometres long, which is a decent length, but it's very narrow and not very steep. Some of the sections are a bit sketchy. There's rocks and grass and mud and stuff. Maybe it'd be better if it wasn't so hot. There's not even snow up the top of the hill there. Got to hike through mud. And then you can't see anything going through slush. It's pretty dodgy. It's got to be the worst place yet. This ranks as the worst place to go skiing. Don't do it. Skiing and snowboarding in China, I've had a great time over the past few weeks. If you're keen on skiing and you're here or you want to try it, there's definitely places where you can go out and have a great time. Around Beijing, there are so many to choose from, and there are some really good ones as well. Nanshan's popular with a lot of people. It's got a few different types of runs, and it's got the snowboard park there. Jindushan has that nice long steep run. Xijinglong again has a good wide run with the snow park. And Yuyang was good as well. That had that nice long slope. It's good fun. If you're in the northeast of China, I preferred Beidaihu. Probably the best run that I've done in China is Beidaihu. That was better than Yabli. Yabli gets overhyped and it doesn't deliver. My favourite resort, I think the best place for skiing, was Wanlong. It's only 4 hours from Beijing, so it'd be great for a weekend. And it's got the most skiable runs that I've been to. I've had a great time skiing and snowboarding here in China. And you just get that floating feeling, you know, that sensation of movement, which is what skiing really is, you know. It's the fun of, and you feel like you're almost flying, you know. It's just that sensation of movement, that freedom feeling of movement is great.